Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Marveling in the Madness with me, Dominic, and my good friend Steve. How are you doing today, my friend?
I'm good, but where was like the hype for that? I feel like you weren't excited to be in that. It's like someone's like standing off to the right of you with a gun to your head, and you just had to read out lines.
That's how I do excitement, don't you know? I don't know what's going on here. My glasses are on a tilted, really.
But yeah, long story short, I'm fine. How are you?
Yeah, I'm doing all right, my friend. I am
Good.
doing okay. I have
Good.
had a nice weekend, a nice rest. So,
Kind of. I was at work yesterday and then tried to rest today. Thought, oh, I'll do some yoga for about 20 minutes. That ended up being 15 and then ended up doing a hit workout straight after that. So that
nice.
didn't work too well in the end as a technical rest. But it was more bodyweight stuff, so it wasn't really harsh on my joints or anything. But
Good, good.
yeah, it was all right. How about
Very
yourself?
good. Yeah, it was nice. I was at church this morning with you, and then went to the brother and sister-in-laws, and
Yes.
then I sat by the pond reading for a bit. And that was about it.
Nice.
What a day.
Everybody got new cars in your family, technically.
Well, yeah, yeah, yeah. Other than me, I've still got mine. Everyone else,
Well, that's what I meant technically.
technically, because one of you didn't.
Yeah. Do you feel love? No, I'm just playing, bro.
Oh dear.
Oh, funny, funny.
Anyway, we should probably go into the first news story of the week. Which one do you want to
Yeah.
start with?
Um, Go with the driving one. I read like the first five sentences, so go with that one.
Nice, nice. So,
Always
yes,
prepared.
this story this story is taken from the Sky News, and we saw there was a
Sky
guy.
News.
Fun.
Shout
Sky.
out Sky News.
Yeah, Sky News. Just
We've been robbing them stories.
it's either that or the Metro these days, mostly. Um, yeah, so there's a guy who was in America who was about to get pulled over by the police, so he swapped positions with his dog. Um, to try, he was obviously very drunk. To try and persuade the police that the dog was driving, I presume. He then, when he got pulled over, he ran off and promptly got arrested by the police. But
Oh, so what? You just left the dog in the driving seat?
I don't really know. I imagine so. He's
That's
just
kind of rude. You know,
that's
if you're gonna take the blame, at least like be by the dog's side. Dogs, the dog's going down for you. The dog probably would do if it could speak English, but I'll take one for the team. Loyalty.
I love my master. I will do anything
Yeah.
for my master. Yes.
Can you imagine if a dog should actually speak? I bet 100% be like, come on, man, just take this one for the team. People will love you in prison. Me, not so much.
Oh dear, yeah. So it's funny what people try and do, isn't it? When they're well, particularly when they're inebriated. But
Yeah, first scoreball.
um, remember the yeah. So it's just a funny story. I think there was a story not so long ago where a dog actually did drive a car down a road, but which is more impressive.
um, Kind of. I mean, if it's an automatic car, then that's kind of impressive. Because how else would it drive the car? Because it can't really do pedals.
No, I don't know. Maybe it just took the handbrake off like a.
Oh, okay.
It's not really driving, but it might
Technicalities.
look like it is if it's in the driver's seat.
Fair.
Just
Fair.
just
Yeah.
a just a,
Seen, seen a dog ride like a scooter before, so it's not out of the realms of possibilities. Obviously, two very different things, but
it'd be
give
something
them
like
enough time, they could
it's
do
something,
it.
it'd be something out like of a film, wouldn't it? Where you got like three dogs driving, two of them are doing the pedals and the other one's doing the steering wheel.
That actually would be hilarious. I would watch that movie.
Yeah, I feel like it is in a movie, but I'm trying to think of that. Is it Pets? Is there that film called Pets with Kevin
I
Hart
don't
in?
know, but it reminds me of a scene that has nothing to do with dogs, but it's the scene in Toy Story where like the aliens are trying to escape from Pizza Planet, and they're pretty much doing that whole scene that you described. So
There we go. You see. So
if aliens can do it, small little tiny ones, then dogs should be able to do it too. The two are very
I don't know.
closely linked.
I don't know why, but when you said that, I wanted to say dogs can do it too with can do. But
You're a weird guy, you know.
oh dear, yes,
Oh,
I'm a very strange man. But we
dude.
keep going. So let,
Yes.
let's
Yeah,
move
so
on to the next
that,
story.
that was quite funny though. What was I gonna say? Imagine like the police are surprised, like they just like imagine, this is how I'm saying the scene, right? So the owner like winds on the window, like there's the buttons in the middle, and he just slowly pushes down the window, and you just see a dog sitting there. Imagine like this first surprise. Like I bet you're laughing a little bit, like you're like, it's been a long day. This is what I have to see. Like, it's not the worst thing in the world. Obviously, he's drunk drivers, not the best thing.
No.
But just as like to end the day on like something on a little bit of a funny, I'm like, that's hilarious, isn't it? So,
Yeah.
like,
A
finish the day.
man's trying to persuade us that his dog's driving.
Okay, so we'll move on to the next one, and I've lost track of. Oh, there it is. Which is the story you found about the man reviewing food in the shower, which is quite gross. But I'll let you go into that a bit more.
Yeah. So this one's taken from the Metro. Big up the Metro. As we said, most of our stories come from either the Sky or the Metro. The Sky, no, not the Sky.
The Sky. Oh, you're having a pickle today, mate. And I'm picking up on all of it.
I'm turning into you today. Oh dear. My brain has literally stopped working now.
What you need is some jelly beans.
Some jelly beans, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just very tired. Okay. I was trying to do my martial arts earlier, and I pretty much nearly fell asleep. I started doing it, and I was like, I'm so tired. So I sat down for a second, and then I was like, about 5 minutes later, I got up, having nearly nodded off. Anyway, that's very aside. Yes, this story is a guy, I think in America somewhere, has been doing. He basically started taking food into the shower as a hangover cure, and they started to get more absurd. And his friends took pictures, I think, and then it started going, and then he started taking pictures on Twitter, and so it's gone from there. So now this guy just takes random foods into the shower, and sort of reviews food as he eats it in the shower. He seems to have done things such as pizzas. I think he did a seafood platter or something in there. I think his favorite to date apparently is a tomahawk steak that he ate while in the shower. Okay. And now he wants Gordon Ramsay or someone like that to produce him like a special meal, so he can be something really absurd and eat that in the shower while he's review it.
Yeah, why not? You know, why not? That's what I'm gonna say. But I feel like as we keep going on, the stories like I say get weirder and weirder. So it's to the point where I'm like, you got to find a niche now, and everyone's got to have that something a little bit different. So why not? The only thing that slightly disgusting is just the food's near toilet, and I'm like, that's kind of gross.
True. It is strange. The world is getting to the point where, as you say, people are doing more and more absurd things to try and stand out. So we're now.
You're not really surprised. Like you're like, oh, different, and then you're like, well, it is what it is, and you move on with your day. Whereas I feel like that was like 10 years ago. Like the guy's a freaking lunatic. Someone needs to go see him. He's not okay. Whereas now I'm like, cool, whatever. I'm gonna go carry him on the coast now.
It's just a banana on a wall. Yeah.
Oh, he's doing recalls. He's doing recalls.
Look, I'm tired today. We're just gonna have lack of being able to say sentences and
hey, that's you.
Really bad recalls.
Pretty good so far.
I said I'm tired today.
It's because I've had the jelly beans. I think that's what you're missing out. She always mocked me when we go shopping and I buy the jelly beans. Now you know.
Yeah, we should point out to people who are listening that we go shopping together on Sunday around Sainsbury's. It's just a thing we do.
Quite cute, doesn't it? Oh, they do. They shop together.
We just have a little wander around, do a bit of shopping.
To be fair, we normally discuss what we're going to talk about on this podcast. And
that's true, or church, or just life, you know.
Oh, dear me. Okay, so moving on from that one, we got the one that I just picked out just because I thought it was funny and again, a bit more absurd. So there's a rooster somewhere in Suffolk from where Ed Sheeran is. Why do they need to mention Ed Sheeran? That's the bit that confused me the most.
Pick up the story, you know?
I guess. I mean, the story's already quite absurd. You don't need to go, oh, it's from the place where Ed Sheeran is from, the village, somewhere in Suffolk. I was like, that wasn't really that necessary.
No one cares.
The story is really quite cool. So anyway, long story short, people have given the chicken's owner or the chicken itself an Asbo, which I just think is absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
So like, the chicken doesn't know, the chicken doesn't care. It's going to carry on doing what it's doing.
Cockerel. We should say it's a cockerel. Cockle doodle doing, as they say.
You nailed that one so good.
I still didn't nail it the second time. Apparently, it's a bit of a tongue twister at this time of day. Sunday nights are not going well for me. We're gonna start. We're gonna have to start.
We might have to go back to midweek for you, my friend. I don't think you're here right now. Do you want to restart this?
Should we start again?
Just go again. Let's run it from the top. We'll take it from the side.
Oh,
Yeah.
dear.
So basically, I just think it's funny that they just try to. Well, I have given a cockerel in your, if you would say it the way you say it, an Asbo, which I just think is absolutely absurd. Because obviously, I have no idea what an Asbo is, and the chicken's not gonna, or the cockerel's not gonna stop what it's doing. It's gonna wake up in the morning, yell at the top of its lungs to wake everybody up. Got to do what it's got to do.
Yeah, it's an anti-social behavioural order, I assume, is what it stands for.
Yeah, but it's funny though, isn't it? Well, can you even say Asbo anymore? I don't even know.
I'm sure you can. It's apparently to try. They've asked if they can try and reduce the decibels of the cockerels.
Oh yeah, because it comes with a volume button, does it?
Yeah, that's it. What are you gonna do?
I'm
just gonna have to put like a little like a reverse horn over its mouth or something.
Hold on, let me just take my cockerel to the side and let's just have a word, mate. And you just take the decibels down just a few ticks. Everyone will love you then. You'll be where you need to be.
Just sat there chatting to a cockerel. Yo, bro.
Absolutely absurd.
They're gonna have to get like a soundproof little box, aren't they? But then everyone will be upset because they'll be putting a cockerel in a box, so everyone will be upset then.
So I mean, I feel like either way, and just let it do what it does, and just get on with your life. It's not the end of the world.
On the sidebar, probably is slightly annoying if you live right next to it.
But I'd probably use it after a while. Like, okay, if it wakes up at like 6-ish, I'm like, cool. Don't need my alarm anymore because my alarm's annoying, but it has to be, otherwise I wouldn't wake up. So that might help a little bit. More natural waking up.
It's true. Get up when the sun rises, you're up.
That's what I'm saying.
To be fair,
way too much. Just adapt, move on. There's bigger things going on in the world.
That's true. That's true. At the moment, we keep getting woken up by the birds if we leave the windows open because all the birds start singing at like 4:30. And our alarm is also birds singing. So the two sound very similar. So we end up both lying there awake like.
So you're gonna try give nature an Asbo then?
Yeah,
every single bird.
I've written it up and I'm going to go and hand it to the birds next week.
Oh,
like, here, yeah. Mr. Bird, take your Asbo. Please shut up.
Quiet, bro.
If you could lower the decibels by like 5, I could try using bird language, I suppose, but I don't know if there is a like Duolingo language class for bird speak.
Never really looked into it. I shall do some research and get back to you.
Learn the different tweets of the birds and try and communicate.
I mean, I say this, but sometimes I meow at my cat, so it's not out of the realms of insanity.
That's true, and they do kind of understand.
Sometimes the cat meows back. It's kind of funny.
Yeah, they kind of understand. They get when you're angry.
Oh, 100%. 100%.
I don't think they get the words, but they get the tone and the.
Yeah, I think it's more the way you come across as well. Your energy changes. You're no longer just calm and loving. Now you're like, I might hurt you a little bit for what you've done. Don't put your nails in my sofa. That's all I ask.
We're having that problem at the moment because we've got new sofas, so we're trying to. We've got like blankets all over them. Stop the cat trying to rip up the new sofas.
Other than that, he's pretty well behaved. Have you got a teacher segment?
A little bit of one. We went to the garden centre yesterday to get some planter. We got a planter and then a load of herbs. So the kids, when they're outside in the mud kitchen, can be cutting herbs off the plants to use in their mud kitchen, pretend they're cooking, do different things. We bought one planter, and she was going to buy two, and then we bought one, and my wife said we're probably going to come back for another one. I think she's already decided we're going back for another one, so that's next weekend planned.
Nice.
We're going to go get a second planter. Yeah, so that's it. The helping the assistant that I am. I'm not a teaching assistant. I'm a shopping assistant for teaching.
Kind of also my shopping assistant too.
That's true. I feel like I fulfill this role quite often. I take you around Sainsbury's, and I take my wife to random shops for random things, or houses occasionally. It's Facebook Marketplace.
Possibly things that you got to do.
I know. I think, to be fair, I say that, but she got the short end of the stick still with all the random projects that I do.
But
She had
you
to
do
live
love
in.
your fish.
Yeah, and I did do up a whole house that she had to live in. So
Yeah, no, I helped out in that. That was fun times.
I remember the time we did the concreting. That wasn't that fun.
It was fun. Minus the rain, that was fun.
You were definitely miserable the second time we did it.
Yeah, it rained a lot. I thought I had a waterproof jacket, and I did not. It was not.
We were all miserable. It was very wet. Yeah, that was not an enjoyable. It was quite nice when it was finished, though. You can see what you'd done, but
yeah,
beyond that, not so fun.
I look at it like, oh, I had a part of that every time I go around.
Yep, I cast that slab. Aren't I excellent?
Should have signed one of them, to be fair. Like, it's my slab.
Could have done when it started drying. We could have signed Stee in it. Would it be?
I'm sure you do some work next time, and I'll be like, I'm gonna put my little signature on it.
Please do. I keep talking
Right.
about the extension.
I think we are now getting to the point where we're just utterly waffling again. So I think we'll call it to a close. You can probably cut up that last sort of 10 minutes, to be honest.
My voice did not work for 90% of it, so yeah, great.
It was fun. To be fair, it was nice to be on the other side. For me, I don't know about for you, but for me, it was nice to be on the other side. So, we take it in turns. Anywho, this has been Marvin in the Madness. I've been Steven Matembu with Dominic Tor as always, and thank you for watching. Have a great week. Peace.
Take care.